Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at this boy, see where we left it, or at least where I left it. So, currently this is where I'm at. The helmet and the vest, all the parts are pretty much done there. Um, I won't fully go in and detail things until I've locked in the pose, and I can't really do that until I've done the rest of the props. So, still, a lot of work to do, but I have come quite far on this on the last few days I've been working on it. So again, getting more comfortable with the workflow now, and things are coming together a bit faster. So yeah, see, I mean, I've got things like these kind of foam parts that are around the vest that will come into contact with the body. Obviously around here, like the underarm part, all of this will kind of be compressed. So I don't really know until I've got the arm in there, and the shoulder and things like that to see how these elements would react to the body position. That's why I need to get the pose in there. So all of this is pretty much it's just blocked in. There's no detail there yet. All of this stuff is going to be very soft material, so I'm going to have folds in it and things like that. Here you can tell this was originally I was going to put a vent there, similar to what I've got on the helmet at the top here. So I was going to have that on the stomach, but I figured that's one of my go-tos is put intakes and vents on things. I like that aesthetic, but I've stayed away from it on this one because I want to kind of do something different, push myself a bit. So I've gone for a more simple shape, and that goes for the rest of the model too. I want to keep things fairly simple, a lot of nice big basic forms, and because after the posing and the texturing and all of that, I've actually I want to design my own decals to put on the model. So if I go making the design itself, just ridiculous with detail and just need us noodling all over the place with all of my artwork on the top of it, it's just going to look too much. So I'm trying to bear that in mind now. So keep things as simple as I can whilst still looking appealing, and the decals will do the rest. I can add detail that way. So see, originally, like I said, when I was talking about the helmet, the first or the early videos, this little wheel here is the camera controls. And originally I was going to have a camera on the side here, but I really like these big, plain, uh, just surfaces, and I didn't want to interrupt them. So I've got this kind of shape here for the cameras. I've got like the main screen here for the front facing camera, which will obviously go back down to the helmet. And I've got the side cameras at the back here and one at the rear. So, you've got kind of this soft curve of technology under the helmet, or, say going around um, the cushioning for where the top of the head would be. And this is the only kind of vent part that I've put on the helmet, but I've decided to, like I said, not have vents on it. And so it means that the helmet and the vest will be using some kind of coolant, which again is why I've kind of backed out the rear of the vest here, because this was a lot more conforming to the body, more like motocross armor. So, I kind of drew it out a bit and got rid of the intakes I had here on the original design, and made this kind of look like there was something inside, more like maybe, this will be where the coolant, uh, you know, equipment would be, just the mechanism that powers it. So, obviously you need to allow for that in the design. So that could be it. And again, I might re-emphasize that with, decals, so you could have some kind of instruction as to what's behind these panels. And, I've got to sort of keep it aesthetic as well and in keeping with the rest of the design. But I was also going to have a lot of padding inside the armor, possibly covering up these parts. But as I was doing it, I really like these cutouts in the armor. I thought that looked pretty good. So I went with that. It also makes it look a little bit lighter. But it's coming on. Like I said, I'm getting more comfortable with the Z-remesher and going in there, creasing these parts with the what do you call it? That Z-remesher brush. The Z-modeler. Yeah, Z modeler brush. That's the one. Yeah, so going in there with that, creasing the edges and just manipulating the shapes, a little bit of extruding. Again, nothing crazy. I don't want to get too much into that. I don't want to model as such. I'm trying to keep it as sculpting as possible, as much as possible. But I do like the results it gives. This nice sort of clean edge work. And from here, I'm going to go on and probably work on some of the lower body today. So hopefully I'll be able to have a video out a bit sooner. But that is where I'm at the moment, and time to move forwards. So I'll see you in the next video.